Hello Eastern, my name is Nancy Bound and today we're going to talk to Miss Ashley Greenblatt. Miss Greenblatt writes for the Philadelphia Inquirer and she's a certified personal fitness trainer. And so, hello.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Yes.
So when did you first start with the Philadelphia Inquirer?
So I started about 6-7 years ago. I do it as freelance work, and it started as just being once a month, and it's kind of evolved into a weekly column, which I'm really excited about. Yes.
What first motivated you to start writing along with your fitness knowledge?
Well, actually, I started out with wanting to apply for this role, and I saw that it was with fitness. I had no background in it except playing like field hockey here, and I was always kind of into fitness that way, but I went and got certified because I wanted this job. So it was kind of a reverse order of things, because if you want something, you just have to learn about it, right? No different than any kind of writing, I suppose. I did my research, and that's kind of how I got into it. That was the start of it, and now I have to get certified every 2 years, and I keep on top of it so I don't go crazy writing by myself with my dog all day. By myself there.
What's the process of getting certified?
So the process actually is much harder than I anticipated. I was a history journalism major, so I don't know which side, it's one of these sides of the brain. I never was very strong in science or math, and it's all online. It takes 6 months. A lot of biology, as you would expect, anatomy, physiology, things that were not my strong suit, but if you could apply your basic knowledge to things and making it more common sense, I found it very manageable, and knowing that you're going to help people. So that was kind of the process. Did it for 6 months, got certified, and it's kind of been a dream ever since. Yeah.
So what are some of your biggest challenges of writing about fitness, especially something so physical? How does it translate to writing and giving advice?
Well, the physical part makes it easy. I know if I'm going through my workout, I'll say I could actually practice this, or I could say I'm going to do a lunge. Does this make sense? Does this feel right? But the hard part is finding topics. Now that I've been doing it for about 6 years, start to kind of have the well go a little bit dry. So I'm constantly looking for what is a trend. A lot of my readers are also a little bit older, so I try to do things that make sense balance-wise and keeping their bodies preserved and independent. But that's the hardest part, trying to think of something, right?
Yeah.
So,
have you ever taught a class, or do you keep it to writing?
As far as like teaching a fitness class,
yeah.
I did actually for a couple of years. I used to do it in a group fitness setting. I loved it. My body didn't love it as much because you're just back to back. It's like what Mr. Bound does, right? He's teaching, but then if you're constantly moving for like that entire day, my knees were creaking and my back started to hurt. So I had to kind of move away from it. I do miss it though.
Right.
Yes.
Do you find that people are, like, have you noticed, like, through your 6 years, have people, like, the feedback that you get, do you believe that more and more people are working out, like all types of people, even if they don't play a sport?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's such a topic now that people are realizing the importance of staying mobile and constantly moving, and the negative effects of sitting and how that makes like just your brain and body atrophy. I think that it's become more popular because of social media. Everyone thinks that they're a fitness star, which is kind of also difficult to deal with. But yeah, I think it's gaining momentum, but I think it's always been here. I mean, it's just wanting to do it or not.
Right.
So
I've noticed, especially, like, they're like different, like I do a lot of yoga, so I find that like different YouTube videos help you through and like develop patterns. So now I'm able to like kind of know what I want my routine to be.
Yes.
But definitely having that guidance helps.
Absolutely. YouTube is great for that. I will even go on there if I want to just say, you know what, I don't want to think of my own workout. I just worked people out today. I want to have time to just do my own thing. And you pop on there, or even on demand for your television if you have on demand. There's some really great resources there to use. And I've been very flattered where people say, I'll cut out your column. Trying to put together a book right now of just all the workouts, so you don't have to have like across your basement wall like random kind of like crazy looking clippings. Yeah, which is flattering, but yeah.
That's awesome. What are some of your go-to routines, like when you would work out?
Go-to routine. So I try to make sure that we're doing something that's total body always. Also to balance it out, where if we're going to do running one day, we're not going to run the next day. So I kind of just go through the body. I like to do squats, things that are functional that you will do in your everyday life. Like if you're reaching for something, we want to make sure there's always an exercise where you're pushing and pulling. Sitting to standing, that's why squats are great. You walk all day, so you're doing single leg motions. Lunges are really great for that. So usually functional training. Yes.
Do you find that, what was I going to say? With the exercises and so forth, do you think that people might fear working out because they don't want to hurt themselves, or like working out properly? Like
Absolutely.
There's the anxiety of that.
Yes, I think if you've ever been sore after workout or injured yourself, it's enough to make you never want to do it again, right? I think that's why personal trainers are helpful, or just moving slowly through a workout. Yeah, but if you injure yourself, you might not even be able to do certain workouts again. I know my back's gotten a little tight as I'm getting older in years, sadly. Like I can't just get up quickly without, so yeah, you just have to move slow. You have to stretch. You have to warm up. I think having a well-rounded routine helps prevent those injuries.
What are some of the good warm-ups or cool-downs that you would suggest for that?
So it's interesting, when I played sports here, and I'm sure this is still a thing, where you would do a static stretch. That's like where you're bringing your leg behind your back and you're just holding it. There's more evidence now than ever suggesting you do more of a dynamic stretch before you work out. So if you're going for a run, it's kind of like if you were marching in place, where you're simulating very similar movement patterns, and save that holding stretch, that static stretch, for after. So it's the reverse of what we learned our entire life. But when you're holding a muscle, like I usually have an elastic on. If you were to pull an elastic band and hold it, it loses that bounce, right? It starts to get like kind of warped.
Right.
So if you think of your muscle like a rubber band and you're doing that prior to a workout, it's not going to get that bounce you need to come right up from a lunge or up from a squat. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any misconceptions or trends that we're catching on but aren't actually good for you? Like any stretches? Because I've heard of like some things like, oh, avoid this. No, now you can do it. It's like,
it's almost like the egg, right? Is the egg good for you? Is the egg bad for you? More diets than exercises, and CrossFit, I always have that come to mind because I'm not an advocate for it. I think it's very dangerous. I don't think anyone needs to lift something quickly that's heavy. I think that's just a recipe for disaster and injury. But more diet-wise, like keto diets, South Beach diets, they work initially. They will get you results because you are restricting your calorie intake, but at the end of the day, it's not a lifestyle you can sustain. So moderation. Exercise in moderation, eat in moderation. Your whole life should just be balanced, right? In a beautiful, perfect world.
Do you find that with like diets and like especially like with your expertise on exercise, that diets have come that you've had to do more research and like with food?
Yeah, absolutely. I know like this keto thing's been big. Paleo diet, and I'll have people ask me and say, oh, well right now I'm not eating gluten. And I'm like, I don't believe in that. I don't know when carbs became the devil. Like, they're good for you, you need it for energy. It's part of, if you look at the pyramid, which I still think is a little antiquated now, of dietary recommendations, you need all these foods, but you don't need them in abundance. And we live in a society where we get massive portion sizes when we go out. Or you buy chicken and it comes like you need like a van or like some sort of wagon to put all of your food in it. And you don't need all that. Our stomachs are they're about this big. It's not a lot of food. And you're chewing as part of your digestion. So if that does a decent job, you're probably left with even less than that, right? So when we eat too much, we gain weight because our body just stores it as fat. So diet stuff is hard. I don't really love the D word. I don't do the D word or the F word. No fat, no diet. It's just taking care of yourself, moving slow, being aware of your body, and what it's craving. If it's craving something, it's good to kind of look into why you're craving that too. If you're craving sugar, you might be missing something in your diet. And if you're craving sugar, have the slice of cake. Just don't have it the next day. Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you
Would you
for
like to add
having me.
anything else?
If you have any questions or any kind of concerns, something you would love to ask me, please feel like you can reach out. I am Ashley at Ashley Blake Fitness. I have a column on Sunday, and it's usually like Tuesday or Thursday on Philly.com. So
And we'll have the email address on the website as well.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Yes.
Thanks. Can we just add one more thing about just Ashley's connection with Easter?
Yes. So many people should know that Ashley is actually an Eastern graduate. And so what were some of your favorite memories of Eastern?
Oh, I was saying to some of the students today, I am like the poster child for loving high school. I'm surprised I don't have like a zillion bumper stickers on my car. I just loved it. I had Mr. Bounds class, Mr. Kemry, Mr. Vasali when he was here. I think Eastern is such a great foundation educationally. The students you get to interact with. It's a big school, prepares you for meeting a lot of people and like a lot of different people that have a lot of interesting perspectives to offer you. Great athletic system here. It's just a great school. There's so much that you can take from it, and I hope that students do, because it's easy to just glaze through high school and look forward to the next thing, which unfortunately I think is a trend we do throughout our whole life, the next thing.
Yeah.
But I love my time at Eastern. Played field hockey. We won a bunch of championships. As I'm told, they still are winning
Yup,
championships.
still doing it.
Pictures right outside. I was like, oh my gosh, I look so young here. I loved it. I was very involved in student council. It was just wonderful. I can't say enough great things about Eastern. If you go to school here, you're very, very fortunate. It's not by chance. Your parents chose to have you go to this school because it's a great one.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.